How Bitcoin exposes the fake wealth of billionaires. Have you ever wondered why billionaires seem untouchable? Private jets, yachts, mansions in every corner of the world. On the surface, it looks like they have everything. But what if I told you much of that wealth is fake? Not fake in the sense that it doesn't exist, but fake in the sense that it's fragile, illiquid, and built on a system of money manipulation that Bitcoin quietly exposes every single day. Let's peel back the curtain, because once you see how billionaire wealth actually works, you'll realize why Bitcoin isn't just money. It's a mirror that reveals the truth about power, inequality, and fake wealth. First, we need to understand how billionaires actually get rich. Most people imagine they just work harder or start a successful business. But the truth is far more complicated and far more fragile. The vast majority of billionaire wealth isn't cash. It's not sitting in bank accounts. It's tied up in assets, stocks, real estate, private companies, and financial instruments. On paper, these assets make them look unimaginably rich, but in reality, it's paper wealth. Wealth that only exists because the system keeps printing money and because markets keep inflating. Take the stock market. When central banks print trillions, where does that money go? Into assets. Stock prices go up, housing prices go up, luxury assets skyrocket, and suddenly, billionaires get richer overnight. But here's the hidden truth. This isn't wealth creation, it's wealth illusion. It's not that they made more money, it's that the money you hold buys less. In other words, the billionaire's net worth rises because your purchasing power falls. And Bitcoin exposes this fake wealth because Bitcoin doesn't inflate. Bitcoin doesn't bend to central banks. Bitcoin doesn't reward those who sit closest to the money printer. In the Bitcoin system, there's no bailouts, no hidden back doors, no endless credit lines for the ultra-wealthy. Only one rule: 21 million. This is why billionaires often pretend to not care about Bitcoin, but behind the scenes, they're studying it, because deep down, they know it's a threat to their system of fake wealth. Think about it. If the dollar loses 90% of its value over 50 years, billionaires don't feel the pain. Why? Because they hold assets that rise with inflation. Stocks, real estate, art. The money printer makes them richer. But the average person, they're holding cash or small savings in the bank. They're the ones footing the bill for billionaire wealth. They're the ones losing buying power, while billionaires gain it. Bitcoin flips this upside down. It says no more printing, no more secret bailouts, no more fake wealth built on manipulation. With Bitcoin, your wealth is your wealth. It's not dependent on central banks, not inflated away, not diluted by insiders. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. And that simple truth terrifies those who've built empires on fake money. Let's take an example. A billionaire with $10 billion worth of stock. Looks impressive, right? But try to sell it all at once, and the price collapses. That wealth vanishes into thin air. That's the fragility of billionaire wealth. It only works as long as nobody questions it. It only works as long as the money printer keeps humming. Bitcoin reveals this illusion because its wealth is liquid, portable, and real. If you own 10 Bitcoin, you own 10 Bitcoin. No printing, no dilution, no fragile market manipulation required. And here's the kicker. Billionaires know this. That's why quietly, in the shadows, they're buying Bitcoin. Not because they love it, but because they fear being left out. Elon Musk, Michael Saylor, Jack Dorsey. Why are they putting corporate money into Bitcoin? Because even they can see the cracks in the system. Even they know fake wealth can't last forever. But the difference is, you don't need to be a billionaire to play this game. Bitcoin levels the playing field. For the first time in history, you can protect your wealth the same way they can. And that's the secret most billionaires don't want you to know. Because if enough people understand Bitcoin, the power imbalance flips. The fake wealth system collapses. Think about that. A world where the money printer doesn't make billionaires richer, but instead forces everyone to play by the same rules. That's the world Bitcoin is building. And that's why the old system resists it so fiercely. Because if the truth spreads, people will ask hard questions. Questions like, if billionaire wealth is real, why does it vanish in a crash? If they're so rich, why do they need bailouts? And the answer will be undeniable. Their wealth is fake, built on sand, propped up by printing presses and political connections. Bitcoin doesn't expose billionaires by attacking them. It exposes them by existing, by showing what real, incorruptible wealth looks like. Because one Bitcoin today is still one Bitcoin tomorrow. And in a world of fake assets, that truth is revolutionary. So next time you hear about a billionaire's net worth skyrocketing, don't be fooled. Ask yourself, is this real wealth or is it fake wealth exposed by Bitcoin? The more you study Bitcoin, the more you realize it's not just about price, it's about truth. It's about revealing the illusions we've been living under for decades. It's about exposing the fake wealth and building something real. And here's the most exciting part. We are still early. Most billionaires still live in denial. Most people still don't understand. Which means you have the advantage. You see the truth before the rest. You can front-run the collapse of fake wealth by holding the only money that can't be manipulated. Bitcoin isn't just an investment. It's a revolution against fake wealth. It's the exit door from a system built on illusions. And once you see that, there's no going back. You can't unsee the truth. That's why people call Bitcoin a rabbit hole. Because the deeper you go, the more illusions you see exposed. And the more you realize, we've been living in a system of fake wealth all along. Billionaires know it. Central banks know it. Governments know it. But do you know it? If you made it this far, you're not like the rest. You're searching for truth, not illusions, and that truth is Bitcoin. So don't fall for fake wealth. Don't get distracted by billionaires on magazine covers. Look deeper, see the foundation, and you'll realize it's crumbling. Bitcoin doesn't just expose the fake wealth of billionaires. It offers you real wealth, the kind that no one can print, no one can dilute, no one can fake. And that's why this moment in history is so important, because you have a choice. Stay in the illusion or step into reality. If you choose Bitcoin, you choose truth, you choose freedom, you choose wealth that can't be faked. And when the old system collapses, you'll be glad you saw it coming. So now the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? If you want more hidden truths like this, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Because the deeper we go into Bitcoin, the more illusions will shatter together. This isn't just about money. It's about power. It's about truth. It's about exposing fake wealth and building a better future. Don't let the billionaires fool you with illusions. See through it, understand it, and escape it with Bitcoin. Because in the end, Bitcoin is the great exposer of fake wealth, and it's only a matter of time before the whole world sees it.